Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome our current management team, Senior Manager of Product Sales, Ms. J. Lau, Assistant Vice President of Product Development, Mr. Eun Kam Heng, Senior Vice President of Global Office, Ms. Pang Bin Sa.
Next up, we have special invited guest, Dr. Mika Yoshi, special invited guest, Dr. Valentin Kayu, and next we have special invited speaker, Dr. Bejit.
So ladies and gentlemen,
Next up we'll invite our special invited guest, Dr. Mika Yoshi, Dr. Valentin Kayu, and last but not least, our special invited speaker, Dr. Bejit.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to watch the incredible Cyanor X product video. Video, please.
Every cell in your body contains a copy of your genome. Over 20,000 genes, 3 billion letters of DNA. DNA consists of 2 strands, twisted into a double helix and held into it every single. Every cell in your body contains a copy of your genome. Over 20,000 genes, 3 billion letters of DNA. DNA consists of 2 strands, twisted into a double helix and held together by a simple pairing rule. You inherit half of your father and mother's DNA. These genetic blueprints make you who you are. Your DNA and genes are like pen and pencil. You can't change those written in pen, that's DNA. But you can change those written in pencil, that's genes. Genes operate like switches. The human body contains 4 million of these genetic switches, sending different messages depending on whether they are in the on or off position. Healthy lifestyle choices will turn good genes on. These genes that are loosely wrapped can be expressed or read to make proteins as messages to the cells. It will add a good genetic tag to your genes. Unhealthy lifestyle choices will turn bad genes on. These genes are tightly coiled together and can't be read to make proteins as messages to the cells. It will also add a bad genetic tag to your genes. When gene expression becomes dysfunctional, it may contribute to various genetic disorders and diseases, which can be inherited by the next generation. You can't change your DNA blueprint, but you can change how your genes are expressed. Providing the body with adequate metabolites helps you maintain good genes and promote health. Introducing Cyanor X, an innovative superfood for your genes which promote optimal health at the genetic level. Uniqueness 1. Cyanor X is an award-winning ingredient which contains over 100 active and unique metabolites to regulate gene expression. It uses gene sonar delivery system to scan, detect, locate, and express your genes and restore its functions. Uniqueness 2. This innovative and patented technology, with a proprietary blend, has 5 to 10 times higher bioavailability than ordinary. Its musical proprietary process promotes the growth of lactobacillus bacteria, which promote microbiome health. Cyanor X has been shown to have numerous health benefits. Cyanor X. Good genes, healthy body, healthy future generations. Cyanor X, the superfood for your genes, which promotes optimal health at the genetic level.
再来给我们更新那么先进哇！市场上独一无二这个产品，一个热烈的掌声哦！其实我们身体健康的这个秘密，这个钥匙 其实不只是在细胞的单层，因为还有比细胞更小的单位，就是我们的基因，就是我们这个 DNA 哦。Ladies and gentlemen, the key to our health lies not just at the cellular level, but even smaller at the genetic and the DNA level. So, next up, inviting our speaker, let us invite.
Baiklah, izinkan saya untuk memberikan latar belakang penceramah kita hari ini. Beliau merupakan pakar mikrobiota dengan PhD biokimia. Beliau juga individu penting dan menjadi tulang belakang dalam penciptaan Cyanor X, dan juga beliau merupakan Presiden Persatuan Nutrisi Anti Penuaan Jepun.
我们接下来的这海外讲师背景不简单，因为我一口气是念不完的。他是生物化学博士学位的这个微生物专家，他也是研发 Cyanor X 产品幕后的关键人物，他也是日本抗衰老协会的这主席哦。Ladies and gentlemen, our speaker is a microbiota specialist with PhD in biochemistry. He is also the key person in the development of the state-of-the-art product Cyanor X. He is also the president of the Japanese Society of Anti-Aging Nutrition. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Dr. Bejit.
Thank you very much for this chance to share our science of Cyanor with you. Thank you, thank you. This project is really very interesting project. I think today it's a very good opportunity to tell you what we never told before. So we started this project with exchange conversation that I have with A.K. Tan almost 7 years ago. So A.K. was telling me that he was thinking about how to bring Ilken for the next 20 years. This was before the anniversary of 20 years of Ilken. And I was telling him, you know, there is two possibilities. Possibility number one is bringing some new innovation, or just doing same as everyone else and just expanding bigger. And I was very surprised that he said to me that he is very interested we bring some new innovation. Problem of innovation is very complicated, very difficult. Earlier we talked about gene and DNA. Frankly speaking, this is very complicated domain. Very few companies know how to reach DNA, how to modify our gene. So it's not really easy research. How we start with Cyanor was the coincidence is the Okinawa in Japan story. I think during research that we did in Japan about centenarians, people who live 100 years and more. And this is, I collaborated with Mika here. You can come here to share this experience with me. All of this, here's the microphone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You know.
Sorry, we rocked there.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Go to the front. You know, this is started in Okinawa by a traditional belief. Maybe Mika can tell you this belief.
Yes, the Okinawa people have over 1,000 people or centenarian people. And why Japanese people have longevity? So this is the secret of the health. So our team has studied about Okinawan people, especially for the centenarian people. And right now we have over 1,000 people and 90% of the women. So why Okinawan people had such a centenarian people. So this is a question because they have such a unique variety of microbiota.
The belief of eating after the centenarians, which maybe you can share,
Yes?
like young people become sick.
Yes, young people become sick, and Okinawan traditional way to cure people that mother brings to the kids to the centenarian people, and centenarian people eat the food, and the food they give to the kids. So then the kids gonna be cured.
It's like I start eating the soup, half of the soup, then pass it to somebody sick, and next day they recover. Somebody can explain to me how? What we can share from such things? I think there is something in the saliva. What is these things? No, too much weak. Something must be very strong. It's bacteria. And this is finally the secret of a lot of research that we did in Okinawa. The secret of these people living 100 years, no diabetes, no cancer, very good skin condition, is bacteria, strong bacteria. So we start finding this bacteria in their bodies.
Yes, in the gut.
First in the gut, first stage, in the men especially, was in the gut. Then we find the same bacteria in the woman's skin. So we take this bacteria and try to analyze, and we have 26 centenarian study during 6 months. I thought first it's coming from their food. So I come and check what you are eating. Eating fish every day? No, I don't like fish. So it's not fish. You don't smoke? No, my husband is heavy smoker. How heavy smoker becomes centenarian, you know? You don't have stress? No, I have also a lot of stress. So it's very strange, you know. What is the common point? Finally, we find this bacteria in their body living, doing the job for them, repairing their body. So when we try to take this bacteria from their body and give it to another people, the bacteria is too strong, cannot survive in other place. So we couldn't transport this bacteria, just take it from somebody and give it to somebody. Does not live. It's like I'm asking somebody from Malaysia here today to come and live in Alaska next week. Survive a few days, then get tired and leave. And same thing for bacteria. So we try to find what is the origin of this bacteria, to go for the origin. And we find it's coming from the sea, from the algae. And when we discover that it can be found in the spirulina, I called AK. AK, we have now very interesting things that Cyanor, the product here handling, it can be developed to deliver such house for such bacteria, for such strong bacteria. And this is how the Cyanor project started. Almost 10 years I know AK and exchange with him. Just the last 7 years we talked about this. 5 years ago it became clear that from this spirulina we can create a formula that can make this bacteria develop into another place. Now, Okinawa and here, for example, you can see several places where we find this bacteria system, etc. Here we can see it very clearly that this bacteria make other bacteria stronger. So one bacteria type bring around it very strong varieties of other bacteria to live and make this centenaria stronger. Now, why we don't find this bacteria in other food in Earth? Why it is just coming from the ocean? I really don't know. We estimate this bacteria age to at least 200,000 years. It means 200,000 years, no change. Do you imagine something remain in the time and don't you change what it is? Perfect things. Very good things, strong things don't change. And we work with these spices of bacteria, and we try to understand how it works into the human body. And I will show you something very interesting, about the bacteria, because we always learned how to kill the bacteria. And today I am telling you, this is our best friend. I think the person who can understand me the most are mothers who have children, who delivered, who understand that their relation with their family is around such invisible things, which is bacteria. So I will show you a small video that show the importance of the bacteria in our life, things that we never talked before, and I think nobody in Malaysia talked about this before this hour. So I think video will coming soon. This is very simple video. I produced last Friday, me and Valentine in the, I don't know, no marketing team we have. So, did you see the connection between everything in the video? What is the relation between luck and love? What is the relation? Why animals need to be in the mud? Why mothers try to touch their baby as soon as they deliver? Animals too. What is the common point of all of this? Bacteria. Bacteria is billions of bacteria around us, more than genes, more than human cells. For billions of years around us, they control everything we are doing, especially the strong one. And this is the mother's habit. Now I ask you a question. What is the relation? Why the mothers like her children? Our bacteria come only from our mother. So everyone between you here, sitting in this room, their own bacteria and their mother bacteria is same origin. Now you ask me your father, zero. Father don't deliver any share of bacteria. So majority of your body is coming from mother, not from father. And your mother, where is bacteria come from?
Grandma.
And mother, where is come from? Mother. Never came from man. So it's come. Man does not transport bacteria to the baby. Only the mother, and no other person except the mother. Now, let's check something very interesting with you. I need Pan, come here. So imagine to see if you understand me or not. This is mother, and she got one daughter and one son. So please come, one daughter and one son.
after and son.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Okay? Mother here. Now, daughter is going to get married. Am I right? Yes. Now, if the daughter is going to get married, she is going to get also a son and a daughter. Okay? Let's bring another son and daughter. Please come here. Two of you. And same here. Another son and daughter.
Any son?
Yeah, any volunteer, young man, please? Yes. Okay. Now, who is the strongest person among them? She is the strongest because she got the bacteria from 1, 2, 3. This one got bacteria only from another woman, invisible here, that does not different from this woman. So new one means new experience, weak. The strong, the weak. And that's why if you look at the woman, they always like the daughter's son or daughter's children more than the son children. Now you can tell me, not always, but the majority of case, this is another woman's different woman bacteria. Now, if you look at this mother bacteria now, why she like her daughter always? You always see the woman always connecting to her daughter. They want to give her clothes. Why mother want to give her daughter clothes? Gold, her jewelry. Same bacteria. And that's why I can feel their stress. So in the beginning she liked the son. But very soon, because of the wife, and change his bacteria, affect it, it's become different person. So now imagine if why the mother is very important in health. Imagine now this woman, she got confused in life, got some problem with family, some problem with their work. Who is the first person she is going to call to complain? Mother. Do you know why she is calling? You think really she can give her advice in our days? No. Different language, different culture, different era, you know. She is looking to remind her bacteria that where they come from, that we can survive. And that's why they connect to each other and they touch each other when they meet and they exchange things together. And that's why family is important and woman is important. Now, coming to this man here, our research shows very, very clearly man's intelligence does not come from his father. Come from bacteria that affect his resilience, come from his mother. So, if the man, he wants to keep healthy mind, he must keep connected to his mother. Otherwise, his bacteria can disconnect. That's why, and this is true, I was telling it earlier today, man like the food of his mother. What is inside the food of the mother?
Bacteria.
She cook with her hands, and when she cook the food with her hands, she put her bacteria. Now, in our body, we have 3 zones where we have a lot of bacteria. The head, top, the hands, the feet. So, when we cook with our hands, and especially at young age, the man will become detected. The children become addicted to their mother bacteria. So if the food change, it is not about the taste, it's about the bacteria that inside don't like. So if you take the wife here and you want to give the woman advice about how to manage man, she can sometimes tell to the man, your shoes is not so fashionable, your tie is too much red, you are not very making a lot of money. Man, he don't say nothing. But if she start telling him, your mother something, he become crazy. Why? And this is, we check with a lot of sociologues. No man like somebody talk about his mother. He can destroy his career if you touch his mother. What is the secret?
Bacteria.
Same, but there is inside him 100% copy paste of his mother inside. And if you insult her, he can divorce, can destroy everything, don't care. Very selfish bacteria, I know. Now, if we want to have the harmony and the whole family, we must convince this woman here to have healthy bacteria in her hands. Now imagine, she go and take a lot of antibiotics because she trusts too much doctors and she just has some pain and she take antibiotics. Do you think this can affect her son making money or not?
Yes.
Absolutely yes. Weakness contaminate, strength contaminate. So we must have this woman having very good food, so bacteria become stronger and faster. And we must connect always with her through her nutrition, through her food, through handshaking, through hug, to be able to enforce our own, remind our own bacteria where they come from. And that's why the people who are, if you want to make somebody weak in this group, what you do? Number one, you weakness this part. Number two, you isolate them from the other ecosystem. Don't visit your family and they become weak. Don't see your mother, absolutely, especially the woman. You can reduce the woman to nothing if you could disconnect her from the origin of her bacteria. Bacteria is such woman, to show you until when we could find her bacteria, the weakest woman, her bacteria goes to 3 meters. The strongest one, which is the a lot of woman, can go 20 to 30 meters. It means when she is standing here, she can feel somebody coming from the door. Now this is the true science of how the bacteria can affect us. Now, which part of her body there is a lot of bacteria? The skin. Why the skin? Why the skin is the most important thing finally in our study. At your home, the most strong door, which door? Outside door. Human body grow in the nature, not easy. Now we are safe. But in the past there is some snake, there is some insect, there is some dangerous fruits. How can we feel? With our skin. So skin have a lot of receptors thanks to such bacteria system, which is 0.5 kilograms just on the skin. 0.5 kilograms of bacteria. And even if you wash. So what we understood finally is this woman's secret of longevity is her bacteria also. So if we take copy of her bacteria, bringing it to the weak family, because they don't have good food, they don't have good style of life, maybe we can have this strength in other people. And this is the Cyanor project. And we never did it before. Because if we do that, we can improve the life of not only one woman, but the people around. And this is the unique part, Pam, in what we did is one woman can empower whole group of people. Now, if you tell me I don't like woman, and I'm a man and I want to make the man stronger, the best way to make man stronger is to have a female who have a strong bacteria around him. Because he has been engineered by thousands of years to receive strength from female, not from man. Man trusts woman. Man does not engineer to trust man. That's why I need data to talk with the man, but man loves the woman, feel with the woman, because of his bacteria is very receptive to female one. Now, this man is going to get married next month, for example. Do you think he's going to remain the same? Two choice. 1 year after. Up or down. There is very few they remain the same. Very few. But woman can change through this bacteria system the whole family. And this is what we try to explain. Now, this science is either it is too much difficult to explain for doctors, etc., or too much easy. So, please sit down so I can when we start this project, I try to explain it to the people, but it's very complicated. You know, it's too much beyond understanding. We have a lot of data, you know. Here is my colleagues prepare a lot of scientific data, a lot of information, a lot of numbers, tons of data. So the best way I could do to convince the people is I went to see the doctors. Doctors deliver woman, deliver childs. So they see that the importance of bacteria start at delivery, you know. When we deliver our kid, woman deliver the kid, and first thing she must do is give them milk. And by giving the milk, the first milk from the woman is highly charged with all of her copy-paste of her bacteria system. During 30 days only, 30 days, the child copy-paste all of his mother bacteria. Now imagine if the woman nutrition was very good 30 days before delivery, she can give her best selection. If she didn't have good nutrition, the child will have some damage, develop allergy, asthma, or sensitivity. And this is what is now everybody excited about it. Now we talk about dementia, Alzheimer. What if such things start at baby level? And now this is the question. When we start aging, at delivery day, the day we are delivered, 30 days before, mother already choose to have a strong or weak child. And this is our choice to do. So I went to see the doctors. I make the conference at university for doctors, and I explain to them that. Doctors tell me, okay, let's make testing. Is it true that skin bacteria can affecting the brain? Study shows, yes, absolutely. Depression is not starting in the brain. Brain has nothing inside. It starts from the guts. It starts from the skin. Serotonin that make people happy come from the guts. Now, if I bring here two women in front of you, one is going to succeed, one is not going to succeed. And we don't see their face, but we can see their medical record. What is the most important thing you check in some human medical record to know if they will make money or not? Somebody can tell me? Hormones. Hormone balance. Why? If you take the woman with very good estrogen, she break her hand, she can recover much faster than another person. She has a scratch here because of acne. 2-3 days, thanks to estrogen, delete everything, recovered. Woman get fired from her job, get divorced the same day, and somebody die in her family. If she has the good hormone balance, 1 week after she start doing a new company. Now, if the wrong hormone balance, this is the problem. Start with the wrong formulation, and this is continue until the end. Now, who is controlling the woman hormone balance? Gut bacteria. So we focused everybody since the 30s, 40s, with Yakult in Japan making also probiotics, etc., into the gut bacteria. So we thought the gut bacteria is the most important. What we discovered recently, hormones to do function very well, they need one important vitamin, vitamin D. Where is this vitamin come from? Sun. But sun exposed to where? To skin. Now, if we have our exposition in the skin, in skin that we washed with soap, we don't absorb a lot of vitamin D. No bacteria to do the job.
Oh.
Bacteria can synthesize the vitamin D. Without the bacteria, there is no vitamin D. So if you have a lot of such bacteria, like the superbacteria, you can synthesize enough vitamin D to make your hormone functioning, to make the testosterone for men functioning, to make the estrogen functioning, and in this case, you have the balance that you want to have, and you are master of yourself. So who is the boss? Bacteria of the skin.
Okay.
Who give the order to the bacteria of the guts, who give the order to the brain and everybody else. Which means, finally, I shake hand with one person, this can affect my brain balance. And this is in terms of health. Yes, hundreds of the studies this year has been done about the bacteria axis from guts to the brain. Finally, conclusion, the power is not in the brain, it's in the bacteria. Which means food you eat, people you shake hand with, even not only shake hand, no need to shake hand, just touching. Not even touching for some case, just being in the same room with some people can affect the microbiome.
Oh.
This is the hundreds of metabolites from one bacteria only. Now, I ask you one question. What do you think if we just take from 100, if we just take 5 out? Anyone? Do you think it works? Absolutely no. System is too much sophisticated, billions of bacteria together. Just a little change, they interpret it as enemy. So they don't see. So how can we give the people vitamins and minerals and good? This is really too much far from this. And this is how we could talk about gene and activating gene and even manipulating the gene to become beta gene is by affecting the bacteria system, not by doing it directly. We don't have product to change directly the gene. We go through this super bacteria. And this is the trick, the magic of the formula. Is under everybody trying to do it directly. Directly is too much dangerous, too much unstable. Even medical companies are not succeeding to do it correctly. But the bacteria, yes, they can. And this is what we have been doing, and this is the origin of the formula. So we used the science of the bacteria from the ocean to bring this to the average people. Similar as it has been done for thousands of years, thousands of years in our life, following the woman microbiota system, and that's why we focused about the woman hormone balance. Hormone balance come to the liver. The product works not because we decided to target things, but this is bacteria. It has very sophisticated smart system. We didn't invent it. We discover it. I didn't invent nothing. We discover how it works, thanks to the people who succeeded, the centenarians. And this is what finally bring us to this fantastic discovery of the cyanor. And this is the coincidence that came, yes, thanks to AK. We make buttons, first patent about this 3 years ago. So this is the first fermented spirulina in the world that has been patented. We have Japanese, French, Malaysian doctors who collaborated with us in this discovery. And we just this year starting sharing this in doctors' clinics in Japan especially. So the product's function is really very, very unique. It's not we are going to do the gene and this complication ourselves. We left them to the bacteria that exist and we know it works. A lot of ours has been done. The way we extract the product is really very, very sophisticated. This is the first time we use fermentation with cold water, no hot water as everybody. So we copy paste the human body, how it makes fermentation in the guts or in the skin. And finally we make a lot of clinical trials around it to see how it works in terms of gene expression, but in terms of inflammation. Now inflammation is very, very important. When we test Mika, the centenarians of Okinawa, all of them have one unique point: very low inflammation. Inflammation is very related to diabetes, to obesity, to cancer. You don't need I explain to you what is inflammation now. And thanks to such bacteria, we can get such low level of inflammation, reducing the inflammation very, very fast, which can affect everything around us. But the most important for me is this point. It can affect our ecosystem. The depression, the mental health is coming from not just some factors like stress. Today we are looking at, we treat the people in very difficult way. We see somebody and like this young man is sitting in front of me and we tell him, you must be relaxed, don't stress. But at the same time he must run all day. Impossible to achieve. We tell them you must make diet, you must eat this, you mustn't eat that, and do this and do that. It is really very difficult. In reality, this is the fake questions and answer. The reality is, this young man, if he has the right bacteria in his body, he don't need to stress. The centenarian people, it's very the most fascinating them among them is not they live longer. Is they have very beautiful brain, very optimistic people. I visited some of their houses, you know, just simple poor people. But when you talk with them, it looks like they are very rich. They feel like they are very rich. Like I always say, it looks like you have private jet outside of this door. So how can they feel such highly optimistic? You think some people just because of good life they can feel such optimistic? No, this is clinical case. They have strong bacteria that whatever happened make them feel, because the bacteria need to have happy body. So if you have it or you don't have it, this is the problem. After that, life is difficult for everybody. These people, life is not easy. During World War II, Okinawa was bombed by Americans a lot. A lot of people starved. A lot of people, they saw all of this war. So their life is not easy, very stressful life. Japanese people, life is very stressful. Ask Mika, she said to me recently. Some Japanese bus driver, he was late 5 minutes, he killed himself.
I sometimes like late for 1 minute, late for the meeting, and then my client, Japanese clients, get really upset for 1 minute. Yeah, so like we're living in a very stressful life, like especially in Tokyo, like big city. Everybody's working. Like if you ever been to Tokyo, you see like the packed with people. Like it looks like all like everybody is like living in a like small house and in a train. Like everywhere is packed. So we're living the stressful life in Japan. But why we have a longevity? So because we have the gut bacteria had something very unique.
How they can get connected with this bacteria, you think? I think this is the smartness of the Japanese. Too much isolated people, living in small houses, taking a train, disconnected from nature, but at the end of the day, they take green tea, which has been picked by hands. They take some seaweed. Every day, whatever the restaurant, they serve seaweed. So every day you get sort of bacteria vaccination.
Since I was kid, my grandmother used to tell me I have to eat a lot of seaweed. And in the morning I have to eat miso soup and fermented fish and tofu, natto, like everything fermented food. So like my grandmother age, they are very smart because they are living with the bacteria. They knew how to live with bacteria. Like they didn't have like that study 100 years ago.
Her grandmother is 91 years old.
No, 95.
95. 95, my God, yeah. But she's still doing, giving lessons. What lessons does she?
She's a calligrapher. And she is teaching the piano lesson, and she's telling her like Japanese mathematics to the kids, and she's still making a lot of money.
Actually, you know, a true story. A few years ago, Mika told me my grandmother became crazy. She started wanting to meet the man on the internet. I said to her, this is not impossible, you know. It was maybe 89, a few years ago or something. How can she check internet, your grandmother? She said yes.
Yes, at that time she was 85, and she said on the internet she said 58. So then the people around the world, they all come to see her, and she was
True
like,
story, you know.
yeah, she had a boyfriend with my same age. Yes. I know, it's amazing.
You know, this is strong bacteria woman. We always say bacteria, you have good and bad, but we never say strong. And when we say strong about the bad. Like he got some salmonella and he becomes sick and they go to hospital. But we never say he was sick and he got the strong good bacteria because he met somebody or eat some food and he recovered. Nobody talk about that because they think this is by luck, but in reality it's good strong bacteria can make the human revive, you know. This is highly powerful. They don't die, they reproduce very, very fast. If I give you the idea to understand how much they can reproduce, if we take just one needle top of bacteria at 9 o'clock in the morning, they can become 1,000 liters at noon. So huge growth, and they don't need food. They can eat from the air. Transportation, they can suck the organic aromatic things from the air. So they are highly independent. If they live in the human body, they make the liver function very fast because they need the hormones, because they need the food, because they need, it works. So it's not her grandmother who want to live and have fun. Bacteria want to Otherwise, explain to me how 85 women go to the internet to check, you know. True story. next time we show them the photos, it's unbelievable, you know. Centenarians is the same. And when I was in Okinawa, go to the restaurant, woman is 102 years old. She get married with younger man. He's 92. And he cook and she's serving in the restaurant. Very, very small restaurant, like 10 people sitting, you know. And you know, you ask yourself, what they are doing? They are poor? No, they just enjoying the game. People come and they have fun talking with the people, and she criticized her husband inside. I said to her, how many years you are married with him? Why you keep it's game. She having fun. And you know, because of this fun and happiness, when I talk with the husband is very healthy man. No heart attack, no cholesterol. He don't take any medicine. How can you see a man after 90 don't take medicine? It's crazy, you know. We see sometimes men in their 50s and they having 10 medicine a day. I think their power coming from strong woman. So if you are asking me what is the cheapest medicine in the world, to have strong, healthy woman around us. This is why I think mother is very, very important, and family become very important, and mother cooking for the family is very, very important. Handmade product is very important. Leather product is very important. Hand cooking in Japan, the people eat sushi, the fish. Cut by hand, very important. So I think, you know, we are not just working with people around us, but we are living together with them. And they can affect our life. And in our interest is everybody happy. Now, to show you, come back again, Pam, to the sophistication of the bacteria. We study a lot about this bacteria. Now, if we say how sophisticated the bacteria are, take the color red. Here, I see in the room a lot of red color, okay? Bacteria recognize not only the colors, they can recognize the nuance of the colors. It means they can recognize different type of red, different type of blue. Means, if I bring in, okay, please come here to, Bam, come again here, Bam, I'm sorry to work, not working again. Imagine now Bam having black color, and I am having black color here. You can say plus minus something similar if you want, okay? Now, if we walk inside this room and talk with everybody, and the same black, maybe 10 people is here, and the same black, 10 people is here. Different people from her, different people from me. We take, at the end of the room, we take her jacket, check the bacteria inside. Take my jacket, check bacteria inside. The same bacteria coming from the same people who have the same color. It means she is wearing expensive black color. Bacteria from expensive black will come and fix to her. And my jacket is a cheap one. They will not come and stay. So in the same street, we have chance to meet only people who eat same food as us, have the same color as us. Finally, we are not one person. There is no one person here in this room. There is a group of people. Each one is a group of human. So if we bring the good one, the good color, the good pantons, we can change not one person only, not one family, the whole one nation, one country. Absolutely. And that's why the people like the color red. Look at the Japanese flag. You think this is only the sun rising color? strong bacteria like the red color. Now you tell me in this case, what about the other colors? What about the blue? Different type of bacteria, but absolutely they not the same. Now, do you know, Pam, who teach me about this? I studied it. I collaborated with the Riken Institute in Tokyo to understand that bacteria can recognize colors. But the woman who taught me about this was this year in May. I was in Bhutan. Grandmother of Bhutan invited me to her house, and for the first time I recognized in her house the ceiling, the Buddhist, in this is Buddhist country, they have multicolors. And I was telling her, this is very funny. First time I see it, I don't know the religion of Buddhists a lot, but it is very funny to have all of these color because this is bring different type of bacteria on them. Very educated woman, 88 years old anniversary was. And she told me, yes, because this is represent all of the humanity, the good, the bad, the strong, the clever, and I think this is we need to be different colors to live in harmony, and we cannot say this is the good and this is the bad, and the good become bad and the bad can become good. It depends how we are doing it together in balance. So it's not fun about just give them vitamins, give them more vitamin C, give them 200 milligram more. No, it's more sophisticated than that. And this is the invention of the Cyanor, and that's why I believe very strongly that this product can change the life of Malaysians. Only problem with this product is one. It's smart. And in the land where everybody have no smart products, it's difficult to sell something smart. This is the only problem, and I respect the courage of AK and his team that they accepted that I bring them something smart. Very, very difficult to sell innovative product, Yes. It looks easy, but you cannot imagine human don't want to believe. I go to see the people and I tell them, the product you're having is not good. This product is much better and can improve the people's life, and look at the result, and doctors like this product. Doctors love Cyanor. They said, but we still do last time, no. Other company use already? This is the difficulties of innovation. This is the need courage, and courage very, very few people can handle, You need strong bacteria to handle. This is absolutely. So this is what the Cyanor is about. Product that can improve our own bacteria so we can really become stronger. Now, if you are asking me which part of strength, it depends of each person, Some people, they need to have this, some people need to have that, but our bacteria is one type, and if we bring it to such technology, this will improve it and make it stronger. This is the story, the true story of what we have been doing. And our purpose is we want to improve the life of woman so she can improve the life of her family, the life of men, the life of children, the life of the whole country. I hope this is a product really will become, and I am sure it's going to become one of the uniquest product in the world. Doctors already, clinics from Japan, from several top clinics we saw yesterday, Japanese doctors.
Yes. Yeah, we have in Singapore we have several Japanese doctors came to share also our story. They're so impressed, and I see so many Japanese doctors every day for work, and when I ask Japanese people that in Japan, a doctor, they don't really give the antibiotics because they believe that something that when I ask the doctors that what should I take after the surgery, the doctor said that I need to take all the seaweed out again. So this is kind of like the secret of the health, and how easily can recover from after the surgery, the pain, so because of the bacteria.
Doctors really can see this science very easily, and we asked Elia Pan to give us the platform how to communicate with the Malaysian doctors, which I am sure earlier we met with Dr. Naim, and we hope to establish more support for the Malaysian doctors so they can bring the advantage of this science to the maximum of people. This is our purpose, and this is where we come from, and I think if maybe somebody have 2 questions, we can answer them, Pam.
Okay. We're open for questions.
Somebody have difficult question, especially easy, no, please, but difficult, okay. Very difficult also will come. Some doctors have difficulty question, please. Yes, please.
From what?
Sorry for that.
Okay. From what I understand, actually my background study is fertility and gene expression.
Nice.
This product, can I say that there are 3 functions of this product? Improve microflora in our intestine, and then give nutrient to our body, blood, and one more is genetics. So, is these 3 combinations? In Alkan, we have the energy for metabolism.
Yes.
And lactose
Yes.
for prebiotic, and
Yes.
spirulina for nutrition.
Yes.
So can I say that this product 3 in 1? The functions it plays.
I think you start by saying improve the microbiota, am I right?
Yes, microflora in our intestine.
Flora. I think if we want to be very realistic today about it, it is not improved, but it is strengthened.
Strengthen.
You have microbiota, but in a lot of cases, you punch it a lot, so it's weak. Now, if we make your microbiota strength, do you think we need to give you nutrition? Macrobiota produce the nutrition themselves. Now, how macrobiota produce the nutrition? If we take the cheapest food in Malaysia, okay, whatever it is, a piece of bread. If I eat this piece of bread and my macrobiota is strong, it can transform it to very good nutrition. But if microbiota is weak, it's become just carbohydrate, sugar, cheap material. So the macrobiota, Cyanor supposedly to strengthen the macrobiota. Macrobiota is going to bring the nutrition through the food. Now, the gene how it works is when macrobiota digest the food, they produce a lot of small metabolites. This is the metabolites that activate the gene expression. Gene expression cannot be manipulated by human nutrition directly. It's not because we're eating a food directly that it can affect the gene expression. It must go to macrobiota. Macrobiota is the gateway to the gene expression. And this is, we demonstrated it a lot of, one of the most nutritional products we worked with was the pomegranate and the olive tree metabolites. Does not affect the body directly. They affect our macrobiota that finally do the gene expression. So if you ask me what Cyanor is doing, make our macrobiota stronger, not improve them, not add to them. And I insist on that. Other companies, they say this is our product contain lactobacillus inside. Our product contain billions of something. And frankly speaking, I said it yesterday in Singapore in front of doctors. it is joke. You cannot bring microbiota from outside of the body to inside the body. It's like I am telling to somebody here in the room, tonight we are bringing 5 guests to sleep at your home. You accept? Nobody accepts. So how can we say we bring you microbiota from outside to the inside? Cannot accept. So it is, I think the function is one. Strengthen the microbiota. Your mother gave you microbiota. You didn't strengthen through a lot of things you are doing, through your style of life. We just tricked the game again and reset this strengthen to give it a second chance for your microbiome. Simple as that. Now, after your microbiome will become strong, what is going to happen? This is, each person is different. Your needs is different. Some people you want maybe to go to dance at night very late and you need energy, but some people want to sleep. It depends of people. The one who want to sleep, he will sleep more. The one who want energy, he will. This is depends of your own microbiome. This is your own things, and this is, you cannot change them. And this is the science what's proven. It's not my opinion. You cannot just add easily. Otherwise, the product is already, humans is already living, everybody living 100 years already if we can do that. Now, to clarify this question, I asked my colleague earlier, I expected somebody to ask me a question like this. So I asked my colleague to bring me a fish. I don't know if they bring the fish or not, but if they have bring the fish, please bring me my fish. You know, everybody say you must eat fish, you know. This is the fish. This is the fish they brought. Yeah, I don't know what type of fish, but it's the first time I see this fish. Now, you ask me the question, I answer you. Can you cook me this fish? You can? Now? This is the strong microbiota. You cannot. So if I give you now 100 fish, you can eat them? No microbiota. This is how a lot of companies treating the people. They tell them, you need fish, you need fish oil. This is, we give them fish oil. You need vitamins, you need some minerals. Go, eat. Now imagine if I'm giving you this one like this. Nice fish, huh? If I give them now to you, what do you do with them?
Cook.
Huh? Now you can cook? You will throw them. Serious, if I give you now this one, you will throw it outside. This is what your body do with a lot of food supplement. Because cannot use. Who can cook fish today? Who is the last time cut the head of the fish and touch its microbiome and its body and connect with the nature? Nobody do. And this is the same thing for your microbiome, and this is what we try to do. I don't try to teach you how to cook. And I'm not cooking instead of you. And I don't know how to cook personally. My family have restaurant, but I never know how to cook. But some people know how to cook. And these people is not us. I cannot give you just this fish and tell you to eat. And this is a lot of product in the market. Today, this afternoon, I visit a lot of stores. It's crazy in Malaysia, you know. Too much healthy stores. Too much healthy food everywhere. In the mall, everywhere, store after you have healthy food with some Chinese medicinal product with a lot of healthy things. Why people is not healthy in this case? Why a lot of diabetes? Why a lot of people sick? Because they don't know how to cook. Their microbiome is weak. So you give this fish to somebody whose microbiome is weak, they just throw it. Frankly speaking, I ask you the question, if we give this fish now to an average housewife in Malaysia tonight, in the street, walking in the street, we give you gift fish like this for your family. How many women from 100 will take it, clean it, cut it, and try to cook it? Half? Less than half. Nobody do, they will throw. Body the same thing. The one who have the microbiome, they will live longer. And this is, I call them the rich people. And the others, they just throw them away. Tell me, when is the last time you swim in the ocean? The water you drink is purified. The swimming pool in the hotels is full of chlor. Nobody goes to the ocean and swim anymore as before. When is the last time housewife cut the fish, clean the fish, and eat the fish? Very, very few people. We cannot expect, please housewife, make them program. You must cook fish and you must eat fish and eat. No, people don't like to do that. Who can eat such things now? Nobody wants to do. We need to bring them the benefit of the fish. The benefit of the fish now, if you tell me here, how can we bring this to every child in Malaysia, every day? The most important thing in this fish is not the flesh. It's coming from the ocean and connecting a lot of strong bacteria in the water. And when we eat this fish, and when the housewife cut this fish, she bring this same bacteria to other food that make us stronger. So the most important thing is not the fish, it's the 0.01 gram of bacteria that living inside. So imagine if we take this bacteria and give it to everyone. And this is what we tried. In this case, we don't need to have the fish completely. We can get the benefit of the fish. Strengthen the microbiome. This is the things that we did in Japan. I thought simply, telling people you must eat fish is ridiculous. Fish is very expensive. Who can afford to eat fish every day? In Japan it's not so expensive because they have ecosystem that they collected a lot of fish and logistics, so fish is much cheaper than chicken. But if you look in Malaysia, I checked today in the supermarket, 2 supermarkets, fish is expensive. In other countries, more worse, it's fish, nobody can eat fish and it takes time. Who have time? Who will have time in a few? Nobody have time to cook. We need as an industry, as technologists, to bring the fish advantage without having the fish. And this is what we could find with the cyanur. We could find the strong bacteria of the ocean that fish eat and bring it to the average people who don't eat fish. Strengthen your microbiome. This is simply what I did. I didn't add vitamins. If you ask me, there is nutrition and minerals and amino acid like other things, I tell you no, it is not our purpose at all. I never think to add any nutrition inside. My only purpose is human microbiome. When they eat such food, they become stronger. It's like you are hugging your mother in the morning every day. After you have some difficult things, you as a man in your life, difficult examination, difficult test, job interview, things, you feel much stronger if you call your mother, no? Tell me why. This is same thing as this fish. It strengthens your microbiome. It's remind the sound of your mother have the same vibration as your microbiome. You lived almost 9 months in your mother. She synchronized you to the same voice. Just listening to the same vibration, you fall in love. So we didn't make miracle. There is no miracle. We just copy the nature. We just copy the people who succeed to live in very healthy things. And this is, frankly speaking, this is must be the luxury for everyone. You know how much costs to have one heart attack in your life? People after one heart attack, they become really not good conditions. Health is really a true luxury, and it has no price. We must treat it as we are doing today in Malaysia, in the mall. You know, it's too much mixing things together, does not work. It must be more organized and more logical and more scientific, and it must be validated by doctors, by hospitals, to know if this is product, it's really improve our microbiome or not, if it is reduce our inflammation or not, or it's allow the woman to produce children who have no allergy, improve fertility as you are saying. This is the point. This is our purpose. It's the long-term impact of health, not the short-term. If it is short-term, I will put some vitamins inside, some minerals, some collagen, and tell you this is good. So that's why I'm saying you never invented a product like this. And normally, if I don't have this friendship with AK to share this this adventure together, I'm not here standing in front of you. This same product has just launched in Japan for hospitals, for doctors only. The only place that sold outside of doctors is in Malaysia here with the Cyanor. We will be very happy to I hope you come and visit us sometimes at Innovation Lab in Tokyo. I introduce you here, Dr. Valentine, please come here to participate. Dr. Valentine, she worked a lot with, as you saw, with the X-Cresta, how to visualize the impact on the blood circulation. She thinks that the human blood circulation is like a plumbery of the house, and if it does not age very well, she can recognize almost that the age of people through their blood circulation. And with the Cyanor, we improve a lot, not only the blood circulation in the hands or the finger as she's doing, but we can do it very clearly at the cellular level, at the kidney level, at the liver level, and validate with the clinical trials. And she is managing a lot of relation with doctors and the clinics. Thanks you for your trust. I came to first time to visit Malaysia 10 years ago to meet with AK, and this is every year since I came to Malaysia, and my connection with Malaysia is through Ilken. Without Ilken, I would never come probably to fly to Southeast Asia here. I really will sure and confident that Ilken will rise to become not the biggest company in Malaysia, but the best company for its members and for its users in Malaysia. And I thank you for your listening. Thank you.
Once again, thank you very much for your sharing, Dr. Elias. We'd like you to remain on stage. And now for a presentation of the token of appreciation, we'd like to invite Senior Vice President of Alcon Global Office, Ms. Pang Min Fa.大家在这里热烈的掌声来感谢我们今晚的海外讲师 Dr. Elias.
Berikan tepukan yang dimulai kepada Dr. Elias.
Thank you, and please be seated.